named Little. She came out to eat some of our seed. Yeah, I figured you might. Hey guys, welcome back to Honey Rock Acres on this beautiful day. If you follow our channel, you know we have a lot going on and not a lot of time to do it. So today is going to be one of those days where we're working on a lot of things. But our primary goal today is going to be doing some repair work on our field. Now there's really two things that have hindered our field's growth. The first is erosion. Some of the properties around us, they all kind of flow into ours. And because of that, we get a lot of water flow. Those properties are also mostly cropland, and so they're not retaining water. The soil isn't in really all that good a shape. And so we get a lot of water runoff, and honestly, that's what's caused our problems with our pond. But the second thing is despite popular belief, you know, kunekunes do root. Not a lot, okay? My pigs don't root near as much as I've seen some others, but they still root a little bit, especially if they're mineral deficient or they smell grubs or something that they want, or well, frankly, any reason. So that's why we do, you know, rotating pastures when we can. But still, they'll dig some holes here and there. They may try to dig a wallow so that they can cool off, especially in the summer months. And so we have some, you know, craters throughout the fields, which is, well, common in pastures. So we're gonna try to put some weed in. But first, I've got some maintenance to do. Now, one question you might ask right off the bat is, why am I taking my mower to go cut in the field when I clearly have a bush hog sitting right here? And honestly, that's just because my septic drain field lines run all through this area in this upper part of the pasture, which would explain why this part's a lot greener than the rest. But I don't like to take my tractor over those drain field lines unless I absolutely have to. So we use zero turn, which is why we're doing it now, because it's getting tall and we haven't cut it this year. And I don't want it to choke out my mower. Accidentally sprayed Lucille with grass. What's up, girl? All right, so a little overzealous on that first pass because I had the deck all the way down and this grass is super thick and it's actually a little bit wet still. So I bogged out the mower, but it's all right, we got finished. We'll just raise the deck up, maybe make another pass later. The next thing I gotta do is I actually gotta get all the plastic posts up. So you guys know the other day I was working on shrinking down Molly's area because she's getting ready to have piglets. Got babies knocking at the window still up there. But anyways, I didn't get a chance to pick up the fence post because it got late. So not only are we working on our fields today, but we're actually also on baby watch. We're not super close, but we're getting pretty close. What's up, Molly? There are a couple of reasons that I want to specifically seed this part of the property, and that's because I'd really like to expand this area where the chickens are, and the most logical spot is out here where the pigs have been. And so eventually I'd like to fence this whole area in, and I don't know when I'm going to do that yet, but I'm sort of kind of running a trial run, if you will, with the portable fences, just to see if I think that'll work out. And so far since we lived here, this part of the property has been mostly weeds. And I think that's mostly because this is where the goats that were here before frequented. So it's got really good soil up here. I noticed that last year, if you recall, I found natural compost happening up here from where the goats stayed in this run-in. But there was nothing of value in the ground. It was all just weeds, and the pigs ate it up, but the pigs will eat anything. But I'd like to eventually get some more animals, and I want the stuff that the pigs are eating to be as nutritious as possible. So that's my really long-winded way of saying that's why I want to plant this area. All right, I'm calling an audible here. I'm gonna give the bucket a try to see if I can back drag some of this before I go through all the trouble of disconnecting the bush hog and hooking up the blade, because frankly, it's kind of annoying. As I said, that's been working out really nice. There's a float option on your bucket, and most tractors with a loader will have it, where you basically pop your lever up and it'll allow the bucket to just float so that there's not down pressure, it's just gravity. In fact, I'll take you over and show you on my tractor how you do that. And like I said, a lot of them are like this. But by doing that, you can see we've drug out most of the craters, which is good. So what I'm gonna actually do before I finish is I'm gonna go get the seed. We're gonna do broadcast seeding with just a typical, yard spreader. I've got a small one, but it'll be fine for this. We're gonna broadcast this whole area, and then I'll back drag it to cover it a little bit. There are probably better ways, and I expect those guys to eat quite a bit of it, but it is what it is. I'm not too stressed out about it. So we're gonna do that and see what kind of results we get in the long run. The other nice thing about this area is it's been naturally fertilized for the last 2 months. See, pig bombs everywhere. All right, so we're headed back out here. I already carried that stuff out. So we've got 100 pounds of wheat to deal with. Now some of that I'm going to use for fodder, and the rest we're going to spread out here on the pasture. Now I don't want to use it all up here on the front, because down around the barn where I overwintered the pigs for the first half of the winter, it needs to be reseeded too. But the pigs are on it again right now. So we're getting just about to the point of the weather where they won't necessarily need the insulation anymore. And we'll get them back out on pasture, and when we do, we'll be doing this again. As I said before, I'm just using one of these small broadcast seeders. I've had this for years and years and years, and no more than I need to do anything. This is perfect. So, we've got feed, we've got our seed from the same place that we buy all of our feed from. been a while, but we've got our little bantam named Little. She came out to eat some of our seed. Yeah, I figured you might. She is our little mascot. Alright, you better go back. Lucille don't like birds very much. Easy. Alright. Well, we were able to cover this whole upper section here, which is nice. Hopefully the birds won't eat it all, or Lucille. She's walking around licking up the seeds. But we're gonna hop back on the tractor and finish grading out this area and then see what else we need to get into today. All right, so I've got one more major task I want to try to get done today. I'll say major, but I have one more, thing I really need to get done. So our chicken tractor, we need to get it prepared for when the chicks are ready to come outside. And so we've got probably, depending on weather, 3 to maybe worst case 5 weeks before those guys that are in the brooder come outside. And what I like to do is get this over closer to the fence and closer to the house. Now last year we bought and put a chick lift on it about halfway through the season, and that made a world of difference. But we still built this thing a little too heavy, so dragging it across the property is a little bit of a handful. So we're going to get this thing turned around and see how hard it is to drag back across here, and worst case, see if I can't put the tractor under the front of it and just drag it that way, because I don't want to fight it all day. As I said, it's a little heavy. All right, well, we managed to get it up here. Doesn't seem to be any worse off for wear. There is one weak spot down by the chick lift where we half lapped the boards, and I don't know if it was from last year or from me moving it today, but it looks like it's bent a little bit, and it is wood. I didn't see any cracks, so I just reinforced that, just slapped on another piece of wood. But I think we're ready to go. We're getting really close to being in full swing here. We're getting to the last of our cool days, and yeah, it's about to get real. All I got left to do is kind of just get some stuff cleaned up. We're having some people over this afternoon, so I gotta get in and kind of get prepared for that. Next time, I'll probably give you guys updates on everything. We'll take a look at the chicks, see how they're doing, take a look at the seed starts. We're getting ready to start a few more things, so we'll probably go ahead and do that soon too. And yeah, hopefully everybody else is enjoying a nice beautiful day as well, and if not, I hope you get one soon. All right, so if you've stuck it out with me this long today, I really appreciate your time. I know there's a lot of other things you could be doing, but you're here watching this. And you know, when we first started this channel, it was really just to document everything, and that's still honestly my main purpose, but I've had more interest than I expected, and so I think we're gonna actually work on continuing to give you guys good quality stuff, and hopefully it's not too boring. And we're just hitting 700 subscribers, which I never actually expected. I really just thought that this channel would be, you know, for us, for history, maybe for friends and family to go take a look at stuff. But I'm happy to have everybody that's joined us so far, and hopefully you guys will continue to support us. But either way, I really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.